put on my magical filter. So this is your Tuesday Tarot tea message. I hope that you guys have your tea. Today I am drinking some lemon flavored black tea with other flavors. I don't know what those flavors are. I put a little cinnamon in it, but we're doing like an iced tea today. Okay. Now I hope that wherever you guys are, you're having a great night. You're persevering. You're pushing through. And we're gonna get right into this reading. So go ahead and pick a card, and before you do that, also do know that if you would like a personal reading, a private one-on-one routine, okay, tonight I will be going live again later on, late tonight, to do live readings, but you have the opportunity to also directly email me or contact me at 404-913-0086 for a private reading, okay? And I'll tell you my prices and whatnot, or just go to my description box and pick a day and a time that works for you through my booking website. It's the same website that has my music, my films, everything is in there that you guys could possibly need from me, down to whatever other testimonials and stuff I have in there. But if you want to directly get in contact with me as soon as possible, potentially for an emergency reading of any sort or anything like that, feel free to go ahead and use that phone number. So let's get into it. Card one, people. So I just heard something is pretty dramatic, or you have been feeling like for the longest that you are being dramatic in certain situations, or you are, realizing or witnessing in many ways where you have actually been the fool. This is not a bad energy. I did hear crocodile tears though, okay? So I don't think you guys are being dramatic. Whatever situation this is, it's so deep and it's so critical for you to get to the root of this situation. Maybe you actually had to digest some things, or there's something about your diet that has been needing to change so that you can really fully digest this circumstance, this cycle you've been in, this situation. I'm hearing dark night of the soul. So I feel like you guys, in some sense, you may be very new to spirituality. You may be very new to all of this stuff here in Tarot Land. Like, this may be a completely different world that you are just now catering to within yourself. So I may be like one of the first few leaders that you are really listening to as you begin the journey to complete certain cycles, begin the journey to tap into understanding your roots, where you're from, what do you believe in, your spiritual compass, in a sense. Like, where are you going? Are you lost? Do you know yourself? These could be very much, important questions that you need to ask yourself, or that you've been asking yourself at this time. Or you could be helping someone out that is in this energy. So yeah, I feel like the cards are sticking together. So I feel like you could have definitely been in a situation at this time. You could have definitely been in a situation at this time. I just saw the truth card, yeah, where you're forced to see the truth. I just heard see the light of day, see the truth of a situation. Some of you guys could be getting freed from a situation, from something, but in the sense, this whole time you've been a fool. You haven't really known where the fuck you've been going. But maybe I am here to be the person to tell you you will get out. Sorry for looking at the camera. It's just natural for me to look over there. I I guess I'm here to be the person to tell you guys, card one people, even if you feel like a fool, you don't need to necessarily know where you're going. You will get out of this circumstance or this situation. I just heard with no scratches on you, so without any harm. Alright, so we got 2 cards for y'all from my Oracle deck. And also, if you guys would like to get a card, if you guys would like to purchase my InnerChild deck, okay, it's in the description box. You can get the Misty Fire Tarot deck down there. Everything is down there below, as well as my online InnerChild course, okay. It's a 6-step video online course that you can have access to for as long as you want. Heal your inner child, okay, and kind of even use, if you're integrating it with therapy on like a spiritual therapeutic side of understanding things, because therapy is not always going to give you the answers that you're looking for. So within this deck, in this course, that's everything you need so that you can process everything in a balanced, firm way without losing yourself in all of the spirituality stuff, okay? So, focus. Focus is your card, alright, with the intuition card. I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like you guys are doing your best to focus on a lot of different projects and things, but I'm not going to lie, you could very well be, I was about to say a male, you could be a male or masculine energy. You could very well be very, very distracted at this time, or just, I just heard anxiety, very anxiety ridden. I think it's like a lot of intuitional, okay, I'm coming up with new words for y'all. It's a lot of things going on with your communication style, your ability to communicate, your intuition. Some things are just better left unsaid. Only you're going to be able to see and understand what these messages are that are being delivered to you, through you, that you're picking up on through your bloodline. So it's up to you to listen to your intuition. You may right now have a mask on, okay? You may right now not really know how to communicate how you feel at all. You may right now feel just like a fool, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a fool, alright? People say the fool is this, and that, but a lot of times the fool doesn't know where they're going, but they just know they're going to get there, and they do. Alright, it could be all kinds of traps, booby traps, things and different stuff that you know nothing about. But this is an energy of truly just being ignorant, okay? So enjoy the bliss that comes from it. When you're meant to be aware of what you need to be aware of, you know, it may not be as fun, but you're going to be glad that you kept going. You're going to be very happy that, you know, you just didn't really look down and that you flew. You didn't get scared of the heights. You didn't get scared of the journey. You just went on that journey. You trusted your intuition. You kept focused on the goals. And you said, fuck it. I don't need to know where I'm going. I'm going to get there. Okay? So, hi, Rashida. So, it says, look at areas in your life that need decisive action. Search your heart for the right answers. Listen to messages that come from your intuition and follow through. Focus 25. 4. Intuition is 34. That's Libra energy. Okay, focus is 25. Libra energy. So you're definitely dealing with a lot of stuff in regards to other people and other relationships. I just heard he say, she say. Let me pull out a card from my deck. Let's see. But I'm not going to do too much tonight. I've got some readings I got to do. So, goddess, God. So that's what I feel. You're going to be really needing to tap into the goddess, God energy around you, or that you have access to. Okay, whether you want to look at that like ancestors, spirit guide, spirit team, just tap in and ask my goddess and goddesses, can you guys please come to me? Come to me. Help me focus on what I need to be focused on. Help me tap into my intuition, please. Help me do whatever it is I came here to do, okay? Without looking like a fucking fool. Because sometimes people like to play on this. They like to play on the fact that you don't know certain things. You're not aware of certain stuff. You're not paying attention to certain aspects of yourself. And so they will try to set up traps for you to fall in so that they can benefit from your foolishness. So it's important for you to focus on your studies as well, okay? Your studies could have something to do with your talents, your gifts, the things that the spirit team of yours wants you to focus on and wants you to get really grounded with in terms of your intuition, okay? And then through your intuition, you will know what is taking you away from this goal, this path, basically. So that's your main thing you need to be doing, staying on the path. It doesn't matter if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not feeling like the best or you're good at it. I'm here to tell you, future speaking, it feels like I'm talking to people who have gone through things I've already been through. I'm here to tell you, you will succeed, you will get there, even if you have no fucking clue what it is you're doing. Everything will come full circle, everything will come full circle around. Like, I mean, every answer that you need to any question, you will receive it and get it in divine timing. Everybody at some point has to be the fool. Everybody at some point has to go through this part of your phase. So do not think this is something that you have to skip over or that you can skip over. I would actually recommend you embrace this full energy, okay? The foolishness that you witness in your everyday life. Some of you guys could be on the other side of this energy where you are realizing where you once were a fool and you're just getting the opportunity to actually laugh a little bit and kind of just get back to it, your path, your mission. Focus. Your intuition is spot on. Your intuition is on fleek. You're very hyper focused now. You know exactly what it is you're supposed to be doing and what you're not supposed to be doing. So as this pertains to breaking generational curses and cycles in your bloodline and whatnot, it's like easy cake. It's like you're gonna have your cake and you're gonna be able to eat it too because you know exactly what needs to be cut off from the root. Okay, you know exactly what you're dealing with. You see these cheetahs down here, so you know if someone's trying to cut you off or cut you short or do something weird, or you just see these cycles from past lives and lives and lives ago. So people can't lie to you anymore. People can't give you crocodile tears. People cannot fool you anymore. You cannot be tricked out your positioning. You cannot be tricked out your spot. Okay, you pretty much have it all together. So there could be two energies here. Some people may look at you like a fool, but you have a mask on for a reason. You may even be like God's best kept secret, like they try to say, you know, for a reason, so that you can be protected from people who would take advantage of you if they knew what you knew, or if they knew that you knew what you know. So just tap in with your goddesses and gods, and they will let you know what you need to know at this time so that you don't get overwhelmed, so that you can focus. Alright? For enlightenment, stay in the moment, chop wood, carry water, avoid distraction, meditate, bring unresolved issues into view. I feel like even if you feel like a fool, you can really achieve anything that it is you want to do. You just have to be willing to focus and follow through with your intuition and what it's telling you, using this God Goddess energy, okay? So it also could be an element of partnership here. Maybe you are being guided to work with others, or there's going to be other people who are going to need your focused intuition, okay, so that they don't fall into these traps in these circumstances like you once did. Or there's going to be people out there coming to you in the perfect time because you're so focused and in tune, that are going to give you guidance and help you step into this God body energy, okay? So you cannot even be fooled, even if somebody really did everything in their power and wanted to do that to you, wanted to take something from you, rob you, you know, blind, backdoor you. It wouldn't be able to happen because you're so spot on, okay? You would see their mask before they like saw that you saw them. So I feel like in terms of like bloodline stuff, I just heard inheritance. So that could have been a problem. Maybe you could not read the people in your family and what was really going on in your bloodline because of this lack of focus, or because you weren't really wanting to trust what your intuition is telling you. But I guess I'm here to tell you it's pretty spot on. So if you are identifying with certain patterns or addictions, or you're starting to realize like, okay, this is an issue in my bloodline, I can see how this keeps happening, how this keeps repeating itself with that double seven energy, breaking down to what 14, breaking down to what, that's 5. Okay, so I can see how why I keep feeling these feelings, why I keep coming to this point I would not ignore that, okay? Because maybe someone wants you guys to be a fool so that you don't break the curse and you are not able to get that inheritance. But I see you guys breaking it and no longer being a fool to these people anymore. Okay, maybe even learning a lot of stuff, studying certain things, okay? Really getting your knowledge up so you don't perish in any form, fashion, or way. All right, card two, people. Let's get into it. So you have the Three of Cups, okay? I kind of got disappointed as soon as I seen the energy. So right now, with the Three of Cups, there could be like a bittersweet energy. In one sense, you could be celebrating because I feel like you guys could be at that finish line right before you're about to reach the finish line, but you're a little upset. You're a little upset. You could even be like halfway there or something in some sense. But it's kind of like realizing everybody can't come and everybody in your bloodline is not going to do this work with you. Everybody in your bloodline is not going to give a fuck, to be honest, about the work that you're doing. But the good news is, yeah, I saw the Ace of Swords at the top of the deck. This is your own personal battle, so nobody can fight this for you. No one would ever be able to understand your karmic disposition. Nobody would ever be able to tell you about you and your life. So it's not really like card one people where they're just discovering like this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? They got some work they gotta do, or they've done a lot of work and they need to realize they're not a fool. Like they know what the fuck is going on. This is more like maybe even helping other people who just refuse to do their own work in their own life. Maybe you are reaping the rewards from breaking generational curses or cycles. You're getting the opportunity to relax. You're getting the benefits. Okay, Three of Cups, people like to say it's third party energy. The Three of Cups in the upright, the way it's you're supposed to look at it, is actually very much party, celebrational energy. Like it's just the energy of being amongst friends and family and things are coming together actually, okay? Then Four of Cups is like needing to manage it all, not doing too much, not overindulging in all of it. So Three of Cups means you still have to manage your emotions. You still have to stay in control. It's like you have a grip on, maybe one side of the family or some sense. I'm feeling that. Some of you guys, it could be like you understand this side of the family has certain things in that side. Some of you guys have families where it's you have the same parents. Some of you guys have like a different mom, different dad. So you're realizing like what's your responsibility to take care of in your bloodline. If you have step sisters or half brothers or sisters or half brothers or sisters, just this is could be bittersweet. Like, damn, I don't really have certain trials and tribulations I have to go through to get my generational wealth that maybe my brother and sister do, but maybe there's certain things that they have to go through that, you know, they don't have to go through that I do for me to access what it is I want in my bloodline for my future families to come. So this could just be also you communing with your ancestors, communing with your spirit team, speaking to them, getting more grounded, getting more connected, praying, finally really seeing the magic of like what happens when you tap into like what's always been within you. You know, some of you guys could look at this shit like it's corny spirituality, or you once were one of those people. And this could even be you speaking with a younger brother or sister and kind of trying to guide them, getting them to understand like there's a bigger world out here than this 3D land. You know, maybe trying to help them get a little bit more connected with their spiritual side and realizing like, damn, if they don't want to learn, then they just don't want to learn. If they don't understand, they don't understand. This could even be you realizing you have to let go of certain partnerships where people are allowing certain third parties into their connection, which could be like fear or anxiety or a job or an actual addiction. But it's really just not what you do, it's how you do it. So it's not saying you can't use or entertain or do certain stuff, but once again, once we get into the Four of Cups, we don't want to overdo it. So it's like you're trying to train yourself, but realizing that If a person doesn't want to be obedient to their path and clear out their curses, they can curse you. You know, if you don't work for something and you get something without actually working hard for it, it's in fact not a blessing, it is actually a curse. So this could be you trying to even get a friend or a family member to realize, hey, you're better off putting in the work and faithing it till you make it, not faking it. You're better off faithing it, putting in the faith and just working towards that goal than trying to fake something and trying to rush to the goal. And they may not give a fuck. They may not care. They may overlook what it is you're saying because they just want to get to the benefits, the generational worth on the outside, but maybe not willing to do the work on the inside to actually access the same information you have access, this emotional intelligence, this, real spiritual inheritance. Everybody has it, but a lot of people in this lifetime are not meant to access it because some people would abuse it. Some people in past lives were rapists and murderers and terrible people. And so you could also be realizing how some people are just naturally cut off from certain things in terms of understanding ancestral stuff or mysticism or spiritual knowledge because they abused their power already on the 3D. We can only imagine what they would do if they would have any level of spiritual authority. So this could even be you guys witnessing how you have maybe been abused or misused or put in third party situations due to people wanting to be selfish or wanting you for their own greed or demonic energy or behavior or pattern, and kind of being able to celebrate the fact that, you've done the work to get out of those cycles and you can have fun and indulge and do what you want, but at a balanced, race or pace for yourself, like kind of getting used to it, but realizing everybody's not going to get it and everybody shouldn't necessarily know or be in on this like table. It's like you're getting the fruits of your labor, but you need to realize everybody cannot sit at their table. They don't all do this work. They're not all necessarily really there with you in the battlefield. So why should they get a piece of your fruit? You know what I mean? Yeah, because you guys have growth and you have gratitude. So you're super grateful. A lot of people may not understand why your situation is so divinely connected. Why is it so good for you and not necessarily them? Or, why are you seen to be so tapped in? Or you have a certain essence or royalty about you. And it's because of this gratitude that you've had from previous lives always. You've always been this tapped in. You've always smelled the roses, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of giving me that vibe of like going to the forest for the trees or versus seeing the forest versus seeing the trees in the forest. It's like that kind of vibe. Like some people are just not tapped in yet, but this also could be a vibe of you guys usually would sometimes feel disconnected and realizing you've never been disconnected. You've always been connected and realizing that and just kind of embracing the gifts that come from your lineage, your bloodline, your ancestors, realizing that you are one of your ancestors. You are all of your ancestors, and this is your altar, literally, like you, basically. So really having gratitude for your own vessel, for yourself, and taking care of yourself. I'm getting a huge message around health for y'all, and this could be down to mental health or emotional health or whatever, but I think you guys are very healthy actually, and you have a lot of gratitude around that. So your life is reflecting that on the outside, and this could irritate or bother some people, like your light, your energy, and just how much you're able to break through any type of curse or negativity that some people may feel bound to, or just never learn the lesson around, and never even get to this point where they could be grateful for, even hardships that they had to learn from through three of cup third party situations, even dealing with family members and triangulation. If that's another third party, you could say that's a third party too. Just being triangulated with other family members that you don't get you or not doing the work but want you to be in chaos, and you guys just operate in gratitude and you rise higher. Like you don't come down to their level because you're in this growth energy. So they may not understand and they can't really pull on you, but they also can't bring you back to where you used to be or make you repeat a cycle or make or even like do any kind of weird word witchery or witchcraft to you if they're into this stuff, to put you in another curse, because it's like you're so fucking powerful and you know what this energy looks like when a person has defeated it and when a person is just stuck in a cycle. So this card says 42-6. Yeah, Virgo energy. You guys are very tapped in. You know exactly what's going on in your bloodline. Even if your family lies to you or people don't want you to know, you could tap into like everything without even talking to your family members, whether they're dead or alive. It says focus on the things you do have rather than the things you don't have or can't have. Gratitude is another form of prayer. Practice daily. Appreciate everything and everyone in your life. Okay, so I also heard you guys don't even need a job with the way you're breaking generational curses. Something that you're gifted at, you're talented at. I'm not going to say don't work, don't be strategical or practical. It's Taurus season. But I am seeing that your work life, 42, is very much connected to this way you will be called to help break all those generational curses, or you have come to bear witness. Other people have bear witness that whatever you're talented or gifted at, it is the reason why you're breaking these curses, and this has been gifted to you through your bloodline. Whether people in your family want to admit it or not, I just heard mother figure or father figure. Okay. Some of your friends could be going through the same things as you, or they realize the same thing, or your family members realize you are the one who's been given these gifts to break these cycles. But right now you're in this phase of growth, so it's like bittersweet. Everybody can't be in this cocoon with you, and the only people who are going to get you is those that are in the cocoon as well of their own life, right? So it says 49. So that's Cancer energy. It says growth requires you to step out of your comfort zone. Growing pains can help you in gaining wisdom and experience. The old must be left behind before growing into the new. So that's what I'm getting. It's kind of like this energy of y'all realizing like, damn, if you really want to grow into this full version of yourself and break all these curses, you're going to have to grow into something you never even thought you could become, but you always knew was possible. And I want to take that back. I almost feel like somebody else never thought y'all could become, people in your bloodline, people in your family, but you always knew you would accomplish. You always knew you would do this. This was always in you. So you are having gratitude right now. Maybe that's why I felt that disappointment, because it's in some sense it's like you're here, you're doing it in real time, this work, you're accessing that generational inheritance, the wealth that comes from actually doing shadow work and facing certain battles that, you know, and parents or demons that sometimes your parents don't actually conquer in one lifetime, or different versions of your the generations behind you don't actually ever face. They don't prevent it. So you're the one preventing other things for future generations, like your kids, and it could just be disappointing because you could have had maybe high hopes that some of these people would face their truth, or you wouldn't be so alone, or they would get you or not judge, but you're realizing that's just, it is what it is. So you guys have the telephone card. So I feel like you're super connected to the other side. If there's anything y'all want to know, just call on your people, basically. Angels, guides, whatever you want to call it, higher self. I feel like that information is always accessible to you, so just call, you know. And I also feel this vibe of answering the calling. You're going to really be needing to answer the calling at this time. So whatever that looks like for you, it could be music, it could be art. This is how you're I just heard, this is how you're dropping these curses, dropping this baggage off so crazy fast. Some people could be trying to figure out, like, if you're doing some type of magic or voodoo or whatever in your family to progress so fast or to break these curses, but they also realize you're not, because they know your character and they've always had like a certain level of access to you too. They can also tap into the bloodline and see what's going on. So this is kind of you guys realizing when you heal yourself, I always say you heal 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. So your family or friends or whoever is around you that you could be disappointed by, that could have been a blockage to this process in the past, or just not believing in all this stuff, may now be believing it and also realizing like damn, every time you heal, you give them another reason why they can't make an excuse not to do the same work that you're doing and heal themselves as well. So it's like you're having to have gratitude for this pain, but in you having gratitude and closing the door and getting the generational wealth, I also just heard luxuries, privileges that come from doing this shadow work and whatnot. They are, in a sense, having gratitude for you for doing the work in the first place. And then I also just heard cut off from the bloodline. So I'm not gonna lie, some people are going to get cut off. It's like the more work you do, some people are going to be blocked from being able to access you ever again. Or even if you have a conversation with these people, see these people in real life, you're not gonna have the same connection that you used to. Or I just heard they're not gonna have the same hold on you that they used to. Even if you clear the curse out, but they want to still operate in that low vibrational behavior that created the curse in the first place. It's kind of like it's not going to touch you or affect you. You're going to automatically be magnetically drawn to the people you're supposed to be in communication with, you're supposed to be connected to, and pulled away from these people. So these people could feel some way about this connection that they feel with you and feel like in some way they're disconnected. But slowly but surely, as they look in the mirror, they're realizing they've always had this inside of them, the same way you had inside of you. And I just heard they're scared of their power. So some of your family and your bloodline are just scared of their own role that there's been. I just heard father figure. Yeah, somebody did not want me to say that. They've been scared of their role that they were been supposed to play in their life, and they understand that they've been a blockage, and that in a weird way they've been a third party in y'all lives, and it could have been in even regards to relationships or love. And this is why you could not connect with certain people or a lover or someone of interest, because of these people tapping in, and all you had to do was do that shadow work, break the curse, and now that you've broken it, they don't have the same level of control that they once had over you, maybe even over your emotions. And if people have control over your emotions, they have control over your entire life. So you want to be mindful of that. All right, card 3, people, let's go. So we have the Temperance card. So I actually love this energy, not just because it's card 3, but I just got like super light. Like as soon as I tapped into your energy, everything just loosened up, or things just got really light. I just started to like understand everything, and like while we're here, so you guys could be very much, yeah, hearing a lot of stuff, very much known to be like the spiritual person in your family, in your bloodline. Everybody may be aware that you're the one who's done the work. Even if you're not necessarily like into all this type of stuff, you're that person that gets it. You know what I'm saying? You're the one taking, I just heard extracurricular. Like you're the one who's taking the courses, taking the classes, doing the extra work behind closed doors to advance yourself. I just heard karmic cycles. Yeah, to close out very, very toxic ass tar. I just heard tar. Yeah, toxic cycles, things that have literally made you feel bound. Okay, yes, and you're doing this through creativity, and that came out flat. So this is double Sagittarius energy. This is very, very powerful Plutonian energy. So nothing really can hold y'all back. I feel like you guys are actually like guides in a sense. Okay, this could even be for your friends or other people who are like deep in certain curses, deep in certain phases or chapters of their life that they just cannot understand. Like, why are they going through these same things over and over and over again? What's up with this person, or in their family, and why does this person act like this towards them? And you could be that person that sees that light in them, that understands exactly what they're going through. I just heard you understand their karmic disposition exactly because you once been there. So I look at you guys like the guides. I look at you guys like that role model. You're like the backbone of your family. You're like that person where card 2 people may have just been realizing they can be their backbone and they have it in them, and to not give up because they will see the other side. That could have been like them even mentoring their brothers and sisters, getting them ready. And card 1 people could have been like the kids who just don't even know, or You know, and maybe even the older folks that never realized how much they were tapped in and leading us, and you know, could actually put some respect on their name as elders. With card 3 people, I don't know if y'all are young, old, or if you're even fucking in a human form, or if you just don't feel like a human all the time. But with this card 36 and the Temperance, it's like you're out of this world. I don't even think you guys have any curses anymore, you know, or you've never really ever been cursed. And you may be coming to realize that maybe you in the past used to operate in a certain way that could have almost led to this, or you could have almost repeated certain behaviors or patterns that could have almost created some, or you thought this about yourself. But I see y'all being divinely fucking protected from even other people trying to bound y'all or bind you up or put you back in cycles that you no longer belong in, that you just don't even energetically resonate with. So it's almost like you can't really be anywhere or do anything that is of a certain vibration or of a certain lifestyle, or it's like you're not even allowed to go back to what you used to know or how your bloodline used to kick it. You're the ascended master of your family. You know, you're the guru friend, you're the mother friend, you're the father friend. Like, you're the person everybody's coming to for guidance, to witness whatever this magic is. They witness it through you. You're that person who could come up to someone and automatically know, like, hey, you may need help with this, and that. Or people could just tell you things and you're like, oh, I already know why they're saying this, but they may not understand why they're saying this, and they're giving you confirmations in your own life about where you're at in your journey. I just see you guys really already in an adventure. Like, you're kind of the person living out the generational wealth, living out the inheritance, or you're about to tap into this, and this could be a little scary for you because it's like you're accessing new heights that you just didn't think existed, or you like always knew existed but never knew when you would be able to like have the permission to tap into. That's what I'm getting. Permission, authority. It's like you're being given the permission, you're being given the authority maybe in your bloodline to be that person to do things that maybe other people in your family feel like, why do they get to do that, or why do they get to have this much money or have this lifestyle, or maybe even people in your family trying to do weird witchery stuff to you or voodoo or whatever, so that you could not access this generational wealth, or you would not break these curses, or try to, I just heard, curse your love life or your financial life, or just put weird energy. I just heard hexes, curses. You know, maybe your ex-lovers or whoever. It could have been down to word witchery and negative thinking and projecting energy onto you. That's fucking voodoo and witchcraft. That's enough. It's magic. Alright? And I think people may be a little upset with the fact that you're the one who's doing this magical, you know, life-changing stuff, but at the same time, they're inspired by the work that you came here to do. So I feel like you guys are unbothered, you're unaffected, and you're pretty much on some like high fucking spiritual wave or level, and it's up to y'all to like guide other people to this kind of crossland point so that they can ascend if they want to, or stay the same. It says, take a risk if you're led to lead a creative life. Invite creativity into your life. Create something new for yourself. I feel like that's what you guys are going to do. Anything holding y'all back, or like whatever last little parts of y'all life felt like it was cursed, or you just couldn't get out of some cycle or situation. Could have even been a relationship or a job. This could be the week where like you literally break through. You know what I'm saying? And so don't be surprised if all of a sudden you just don't resonate with certain people, places, and things anymore, or you just become very mysterious to a lot of people, or you just really understand all the mysteries that's been going on in your life. I just heard of behind closed doors in your family, in your bloodline, and you're just not affected anymore. You're just like, oh, I knew that already. And everyone's just like, what? Or people are starting to see you and they're like, whoa, I didn't even know you were like, wow, you're breaking all the curses, or like you're the one doing this work. I didn't even know you like understood this. I also see you guys maybe talking to some siblings or brothers, sisters, or close people, or soul family, or your soul family's getting good connected to you, or your family's just going to realize the role that you've been playing in their lives this entire time. And some people may look at you like an angel, like whoa, and maybe they looked at you always like the devil or like the bad guy, or like you were doing some type of negative, magical, witchcrafty shit on them, and they're realizing actually it's the other way around, and they're going to see this week who's actually the wicked ones in the family, keeping the curses, keeping the toxicity, keeping this negative cycle going on. I do also see you guys being able to escape or free yourself. I won't even say escape, I'll say free yourself from any type of circumstance that could have been potentially trying to cause confusion and keep you in a cycle that you just don't even belong in. It's like a timeline you're not even supposed to be in. Like, I just heard somebody wants you to take on their karma. So you could also be that type of person where you're so spiritual that other people are aware that, you know, you're meant to live a certain lifestyle or be in a certain relationship or do certain things. And this could piss some people off because they may have certain, you know, spiritual lessons and things that they know that they need to learn or they need to face, and they cannot confuse you this week moving forward. And so, you know, you may be reminding them of work that they need to do in their bloodline to break these curses, or, you know, prevent certain things from happening with their kids. And so it's just up to you guys to not get frustrated with other people and their shit and their baggage, and let them know that that is their baggage and you don't have anymore. But you're not judging them for where they're at. You just cannot face or conquer their battles for them. They have to fight their own battles, their own demons, just the same way you guys had to. So that is your card 3, people. I feel like overall, whatever you felt crazy for, people are going to see moving forward. You weren't that crazy. If you were calling out certain things in your family, if you were scapegoated or you were isolated or black sheep, this would be the week where you actually could become like the most loved person in your family, or people will start to actually reach out to you and say, hey fam, sorry, you know what I'm saying? Or some offers will come in, opportunities, jobs, or whatever, so that you can completely live in this generational wealth and abundance, inheritance, or you actually could get an inheritance from someone who passed over, or someone from your bloodline could actually be communicating to you. You could actually see a guide this week, or a guide or an angel or something extraterrestrial could happen this week to you that lets you know exactly where you are on your path and gives you all the confirmation that you need to know that you are breaking the curses, or you have officially broken them, and it's time for you to live out your dreams full throttle. I feel like that's really more what it is. You're going to get some type of like sign, or things are going to happen back to back perfectly so that you know you have broken these curses. And it may scare you because you may have thought you had more karmic debt or more things you need to clear out, but you actually in fact don't. And maybe your challenge is going to be moving in your purpose really strong, because that can help other people clear out their karma, break curses in their bloodlines, and figure out what their role is in their family's life as well, or their own. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to preserve my energy for these readings that I'm going to do tonight. If you guys would need a reading, please reach out to me. I love you guys so much. Okay, this channel has really grown a lot. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this with a friend or family member that resonates with this, and just continue to live your best life and choose you every single time, and know that you will win, period.